The Ben and Liam Besta Podcast!
A big-name celeb has accidentally leaked their own sex tape, Liam.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
Yeah, interesting. Nelly hasn't really had a hit in a few years.
Yeah.
And it does seem a little bit like he's trying to get the world talking about it again.
100%. Do you remember, the funny part about this for me is, do you remember, it was 2 days ago now, he was in the news because he was telling Madonna to cover up?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And now he's gone and done this.
And let me tell you, I did give it a Google.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Did you find it?
Found it.
I haven't found it, but I do know that it goes for 53 seconds. His team has told TMZ, who inquired about it, that they are investigating a breach of his account. Come on. Come on. He's accidentally posted it, not... Someone hasn't hacked his phone,
Posted it on his Instagram.
found that video in his gallery, and then gone to his Instagram and then posted that.
That's wild. I'm looking forward to Madonna's response to that one.
Yeah.
A friend of mine does the social media for New South Wales Health, like the page that does like the COVID presses
updates
and like
and stuff, yeah.
you know, so it's like pretty important, and probably more so people have been invested in those sorts of ones over the last couple of years, obviously. And she accidentally uploaded a photo of her dog to it one night, and people were like, "What is this?" And then she was like, "Oh my god!" Like just had it on, because you know how like when
Is the dog sick?
yeah, like when you run two accounts,
Yeah.
like sometimes you know we've
Yeah.
all been there.
What did you accidentally post online? 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. It might be a dog on the work page. It might be a sex tape on your own account. I don't know. Georgie joins us now. What did you accidentally post online?
Hi, Ben and Liam. I used to run the Australia Instagram account, like, for the country.
As in, like, sort of
The
the
Australia.
tourism, like the one that Chris Hemsworth has videos on, and like a massive account.
That is it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the best job. And I went on a holiday to Queensland, and without knowing, I was accidentally logged into that account and not mine. And I posted, like, all of my brunch for the morning, my feet, walking on the beach, all of this stuff. Luckily, it was, like, kind of related, but, yeah it was not ideal.
There could have been way worse things. you could
I
have
know,
posted.
but still, I
Yeah.
mean, that's got like millions of followers, right? Like
Yeah.
so many people would have seen that.
That's a cool job to have.
Absolutely. Sam, what did you accidentally post online?
Oh, how you going, guys? Oh, mate, we had a group chat
Yeah.
with families and relatives like from around the world, and me and my girlfriend thought, hey, you know, spice things up a bit, and so we had a couple of videos and whatnot. Went to send it to each other, and by accident sent it to the group chat.
Oh, what do you do
Yeah.
there, Sam? Do you go like, don't watch that?
Oh,
What do you
Oh.
do?
Well, I was in shock. I was speechless. All I know is that I've probably got a couple aunties and uncles that don't want to talk to me. Haven't spoken to me since, and can't look at me the same. So,
Sam.
ruined a bit there.
Should have just claimed it was the Nelly sex tape. No, guys, it's the Nelly one. It's the Nelly. This is what he accidentally posted.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
Liam, my neck has been killing me now for
What about
almost
your back and
a
your
week.
and your crack?
No, they're both fine. Just my neck, like really bad. And over the weekend, I didn't even drive because honestly, I couldn't check my blind spots. Like I couldn't look left.
Well, I often find if you just veer, you'll get a toot if you're in the wrong.
Kind of like sonar when you're a bat. They'll let you- like, audio will let you know.
You'll hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, so I didn't even drive my car. That's how bad this
Really?
neck injury was. And the worst part was I didn't know what caused it. I was like, why is my neck so sore? I just woke up one morning and it was killing me.
Yeah.
And then it hit me. I realised why it was so sore. So I went to a show on Friday night. And at that show, so there's like the main stage, but then there's like a catwalk and it comes out into the middle of the audience.
Yes.
And so we thought, most of the action will be out there in the middle part. So we kind of sat side of stage. But they only did like 2 things out there. So a lot of it was on the main part.
The catwalk.
Which meant the whole time I was looking left. So the whole reason I put my neck out is because I was looking left for an hour.
You're getting old there.
I looked left for too long and it put my neck out for a week.
Couldn't drive anymore. Tossing up taking time off of work.
When you're a kid, you can look left for as long as you want.
You can jump off a trampoline and land on your neck and it'll still be fine.
And you're totally fine. You're like rubber. We've done this before, but I want to do it again. Serious injury, but silly reason, okay? 13 24 10. Give us a buzz.
Amy, serious injury, silly reason. What happened?
So my sister's engagement party when I was only 13 years old, we were dancing. This is, pre-COVID, obviously. And I dislocated my knee doing the Macarena.
Which is a pretty simple, rudimentary type of dance, really, the Macarena.
Yep. I ended up in hospital on some very serious painkillers, and I have no memory of it to this day.
You blacked out.
Yeah, big time.
And Macarena. Ali joins us. Serious injury, silly reason. What happened?
Howdy, guys. Well, for fun, I decided to slide down a pole and ripped open the inside of my thigh, just missing an artery.
Oh, no. Artery, that's not good. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it turned out it was an old flagpole, so oops, my mistake.
Oh, because it had the little thing that you put the rope
the butterfly
on.
hook.
You could have literally died from that,
That's like
Ali.
your main artery in your leg.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and what it was great because I actually got stuck on it too. So the guy decided he was going to try and yank me down, and as he was yanking me down, he just kept ripping it even further. So, yeah.
You got fish hooked by a flagpole.
Oh, my God.
That is
femoral artery.
horrific, Ali. Thank you very much for sharing.
And the perfect call for that, because that is a very
So
serious
good.
injury, very silly reason.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
Well, with Ben and Liam on Nova 919.
And if you're listening in, you're going to hear Jodie. She does her show on Saturday mornings. Joins us now. Good morning, Jodie.
Oh, good morning. Hey, have you guys, I don't know how frequently you visit Kmart, but they've released a new playset. It's a 6-piece wooden vlogger playset. It's $13.
Hang
so
on.
basically, it's setting up your kids to be like little social media stars.
So just like you would have like toy cars or like a toy kitchen or there's toy
Yeah.
offices as well where people have
Yeah.
like plastic mugs and stuff, but is it, so it's like a ring light or something?
It's a ring light, it's the camera, it's the microphone, and it's a duffel bag for some reason.
God.
Is that a vlogger thing, a duffel bag?
So it's just like, because it's like, what are we teaching them from such a young age?
When I grow up, I want to be an influencer.
I want to be an influencer. The only thing missing from this kit is a bikini and an oversized hat and some sunglasses for the beach selfies.
And the shame from like not getting enough likes and the stress.
Oh, look, I don't want to put my serious pants on here, but what are we teaching kids to aspire to be social media stars, to put all your validation in what other people think on the internet? It's already damaging our kids enough at the moment. Why don't we encourage them to be doctors, engineers, international corporate raiders, whatever, anything but a blogger?
It's probably hypocritical for me because that to me, I'm like, I wouldn't let my kid have that. That seems crazy. But then if they had a toy gun, I'd probably be like, yeah, it's just a kid, go
That
play with
is
a toy gun. But
hypocritical.
that's hypocritical.
Why
once again, I don't think I would let my kids have the vlogger playset, but then what are we doing? We're like, let's get something up on Instagram this week for the show because we've got to keep people interested.
Oh, totally. If my kids do something cute and I film it, I'm like, that could go viral.
We're all
So we're all
hypocrites.
hypocrites.
Is there stuff
And
that
I play with real guns on the weekend. I'm an arms dealer. So no, it's funny. It's
Is
funny.
there stuff that you won't let your kids have though now, Jodie?
Well, guns. So that's one of them.
So
because
don't hang out
I
with
wasn't
Liam.
allowed guns either.
Weren't you?
Toy guns. Yeah.
I just feel the message that killing people isn't that much fun and it's not
Yeah,
a
it's
game.
fair.
What about a water pistol?
Maybe a water pistol. The ones in the pool are fun though.
Yeah.
What are they? Nerf gun, like the ones that shoot.
Oh yeah.
I know what you're
talking about, yeah.
Suck them in, sort of.
Yeah, but the ones that look like guns.
Yeah,
but the
right.
other thing I won't let my girls have is Barbies. No chance.
Isn't
because
is Barbie these days? Are they still just Barbies, or have they tried to rebrand?
they've tried to rebrand. It's just that whole body image. Like that's
Yeah.
not what women look like. So
Yeah.
I don't want to send that message to my kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
100%.
get it. Well, I mean, I feel like I wasn't protected, but I was like, there was certain things I wasn't allowed to do. I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons.
What?
Wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon, too violent. Roll-ups, too much sugar. LCMs, no chance. In fact,
There's so many things you couldn't have.
I would try at school sometimes to be like, hey, Chris, you mind if I have your LCM? I'll swap you my Sultanas. Never got one of the LCM. I still haven't tasted one, I don't think. And it's funny, it stays in my head because sometimes I walk past them in the aisle and I'm like, I should. Nah, but I'm like, I don't know. I totally could just spend like $5 and buy a box, but I don't think I've ever had one in my life.
Do you know the roll-up message though on the front of the package where it's like 85% fruit?
Oh,
No, it's not,
you're
mate.
kidding me. Fruit does not look like that. I don't eat a lot of fruit, but I know it doesn't look like that.
All right, Adelaide, what aren't the kids allowed to have? 13, 24, 10.
Christina from Murray Bridge, what aren't the kids allowed to have?
Morning. So I don't let my kids have soft toys.
Oh,
Why?
oh.
because they serve no purpose and they take up space and they're just completely useless.
Mummy, can I have that teddy bear? It doesn't serve a purpose.
And because we have 4 sets of grandparents, so I basically always discourage them ever buying soft toys.
Yes.
Yeah,
They can buy figurines because they don't take up much space, but they're not allowed to buy soft toys.
I had this discussion yesterday with my 21-year-old who's decided to move back home from the Gold Coast, and she said, on one proviso, I'm like thinking, you don't hold all the cards here, lady, but anyway.
Yeah.
And she's like, we need to have a big clear out of all the toys. They do, they engulf your home, don't they?
Yeah, wow,
Too
okay.
many.
Christina, thank you very much. Jenna in Seaford Meadows, what aren't the kids allowed to have?
They're not allowed to have bouncy balls, and they always get them in lolly bags and stuff, and I feel like the worst mum ever. But, yeah, they terrify me. They're a massive choking hazard for me, so it freaks me out.
Right,
okay.
okay. Did you have a bad incident yourself as a younger child?
No,
Was it
there
bouncy?
was a story a few years ago about a little boy, but
Okay, fair
they just terrify me, and I just go, and the kids just get them and go, oh, here you go, Mum, and they pass it.
You know what?
So they know. Wow.
Jenna, what you need to do,
Contraband.
get bigger bouncy balls. So the kids can still have their fun and then they're not going to go anywhere near the mouth. You know?
Imagine that. Imagine a
balls,
bouncy ball
yep.
the size of a basketball.
You could just get a basketball, I suppose. I suppose that is technically a basketball-sized bouncy ball.
Jess in Glenelg, what aren't the kids allowed to have?
Hi, they don't have Lego because it's everywhere. You step on it, they lose it, they get upset, they don't pack it up.
What about in the middle of the night when you go to get a glass of water and you step on Lego? And it's the single most painful thing in the world.
Does.
Shooting right up the leg.
Becomes a bit of a minefield. Claire in Gumaraka, good morning. What aren't the kids allowed to have?
Morning, guys. My kids aren't allowed kitchen play sets.
Why?
My partner's a chef and he does not want to encourage them to become chefs.
It's a hard life. I'm working 23-hour days, kids. You don't want this. Okay?
Ben and Liam. Dopamine for your ears.
And if you didn't know, Ben's getting married in a month's time.
And even though I have made it very clear to Liam as my better man that I didn't want a Bucks show,
Yep.
he is still full steam ahead on organising
Look,
one.
I don't know about this other Bucks show. I only learned about it yesterday, but supposedly your brother, who is the best man, has planned this sort of boring one where you guys are just playing
We're
golf.
just playing golf.
Yeah, I think this is more like the party one. Yesterday there were some great suggestions flying around. Maybe we could start really crunching down on numbers
Well,
because there's
who's
only like
coming?
limited spaces.
Who's coming
Well, it's
to
up
this
to you,
thing?
mate. It's your Bucks.
I don't want anyone to come to it.
Well, it's happening, so we may as well have people there to enjoy the spoils.
Okay, well, then I don't want you
So,
there.
like, okay, so you're just being silly. You're being silly, man. I'm the better man. Obviously, you want me there.
This is just a way of you to force your way into my Bucks
It
show.
ain't. It is not that. Let's talk school friends.
Can my dad come?
Can my dad come? So then,
Why were you so quick to ask that? It's like you're already thinking it.
well, then, because then our dads would have someone to play with. You know what I mean? Like, because if it's just your dad with just all these young bucks, he might
Yeah.
get a little bored.
I swear to God, if your dad's on this Bucks show.
I was thinking like our dads could come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the dads in the maybe.
Okay, we'll put
I think
the dads in the
my
maybe.
dad would want to be there less than I would.
Okay. Beefy.
Yeah, Beef can come.
Beefy can come.
Yep.
Who else from school?
I don't really see that many people from school anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like the work guys. Some of the work, like cameraman Cam.
Yeah, cameraman
producer
Cam.
Andy.
Well, Andy's not coming to the wedding.
Oh, well, I'll cross him off then. Sorry, Andy. He's in the room. He knows he's not coming to the wedding, so no need to pretend.
Yep.
Probably cross your brother off if he's trying to, like... Well, I know he's your brother, but he's trying to do this whole Splinter Cell
Yeah.
other, you know...
Yeah.
He's trying to do this other Bucks party, the
His
rival
was
mine. and
first.
it's
He organised it first.
Well, it's kind of upsetting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it would be great if we could have worked together.
You know
but-
who'd be good to come?
Who?
My good mate, Trent Dumont.
Okay, well, he's one of my good friends. But just,
Well, I talk to him a fair bit.
well, just because he plays a bit of AFL. What's your hit
Harry
list?
could be there.
You're just saying my friends. You know, that's fine. I'll bring... to be honest, I was inviting all my friends anyway. So just Beefy from school. Not producer Andy. Cameraman Cam from work can come.
Yep.
Me. Both of our dads. And then my friends. That sounds like a pretty sweet Bucks party to me. We are going to send you off in style. Ben's Big Bucks happening today.
And just checking we're bringing our partners?
Not a chance in hell. Let me ask you this. Is our partners part of the fellows?
No.
Well, that's too damn bad.
What about our mums?
your mother is not going to want to know what happens on this Bucks show. Let me tell you that. Okay, I'm having second thoughts about your dad, to be honest. I think my dad can handle it, though. He can still come. Speaking of partners, though, up next, Ben, I want to call your fiancée, Sam, because I want to know how she feels about...
Okay, there's not going to be any of those.
Well, if she gives us the all clear, then you don't have a leg to stand on.
I don't think she's going to give you the all clear.
Well, we'll find out next on Nova.
Yes, what a funny story.
It's a Friday. It's Nova. You are here with Ben and Liam.
Liam, I came home from work yesterday, and Sam, my fiancée, was very excited because she's been baking all day. She made some brownies.
Oh, gotta love brownies.
Love brownies. I was very excited as well because she's a great cook. She's a great baker. She made a cheesecake last week that was better than anything you get from the cheesecake shop.
Well, it's hard to believe.
It's hard to believe, I know.
The strawberry cheesecake there is a staple for me.
Because we have a passion fruit vine at the back that's just started giving off passion fruit. So she made a passion fruit cheesecake. Oh, it's to die for. So she said, do you want to try one of these brownies? And I said, I'd love to. But as I said that, Liam, I felt like Admiral Akbar in Star Wars.
It's a trap. Yeah.
Yeah. Because after I'd already agreed to eating one, she started telling me about how healthy they are. They got no sugar. They got no chocolate. They got none of that bad stuff. Right, so you're telling me all the stuff that makes a brownie taste good isn't in this brownie.
I put broccolini in this one.
My question is, how do you make a chocolate brownie with no chocolate?
Yeah, so what was it, just like cacao powder or something?
Well,
like,
let me tell you.
Bit of mud, bit of dirt.
I took a bite, and I was doing that thing where I couldn't swallow it. It was,
it's just so, like, dry.
I couldn't get it down.
Mm.
And she said, you can't even tell, right?
And you said?
Then she said, guess what the secret ingredient is?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, like dirt. It just tasted horrible.
Yeah.
She went, it's beetroot. No way.
Some beet brownies.
No way, it's beetroot.
Oh, I would never have picked that. This is amazing.
It tastes so sweet.
This is amazing. This doesn't feel like I'm eating baked beetroot at all.
This morning on 13-24-10, I wanted to open up the Bad Cook Hotline, all right? You can dob someone in who shouldn't be allowed anywhere near the kitchen after an absolute shocking meal.
Yeah, well, I almost started a house fire cooking some corn, like at the end of last year, so I should be dobbing myself in.
All right, 13-24-10 Adelaide, that is the number. We're opening up the Bad Cook Hotline. Matt on the text line said his dad read 2 cloves of garlic as 2 whole...
2 whole garlics. 2 mega...
2 heads of garlic.
Gee whiz. That would be one potent brew.
Speaking of dads, Riley dobbing in his dad, I believe, on the Bad Cook Hotline. Go for it, Riley.
How you going, boys?
Good, mate.
Yeah, so my dad decided that instead of having apple sauce with pork, he wanted to make apple gravy, so he just chopped up green apples and put it in the brown gravy.
Oh, what? So it was just like it was like a Gravox gravy
with chunks of apple.
It was like the Maggi gravy, just the nice brown gravy they have with steak, but just with green apples chopped up.
Dad.
That to me is the definition of the Bad Cook Hotline. Like,
that's
people
shocking.
they're having an attempt, but it's just they shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, no way. Like you wouldn't see that on MasterChef in a million years.
Thank you very much for that, Riley. Karen joins us. Who are you dobbing in?
I'm dobbing in my friend Kyla.
Okay, what happened?
She rang me up and said, Karen, I've just made some soup and it's got no liquid. I said, well, what did you do? And she said, I've added the 2 cups of stock powder, but she'd actually added 2 full cups of powder with no liquid.
So she just baked some powder.
Yeah, she didn't add any water.
She baked.
You got to put liquid in it.
Why does my soup taste like sand? Oh my God!
Alicia joins us now. Who are you dobbing in for the Bad Cook Hotline?
It's my auntie. No matter what time she started cooking the roast, it was always ready about 10, 11 at night.
Yeah, I know the type. Hey, like you come over at 7, you kind of like, was that? Are you going to put that chicken on soon? Or that like?
Was she just bad at time management or just had no idea?
I don't know what she did. I think she'd just have a wine and start watching some TV, and then all of a sudden she'd be like, oh, I need to put this on. And I remember falling asleep one time and she woke me up at like 12 o'clock and was like, here's your roast.
Dinner's ready.
Ashley, it's ready.
I brushed my teeth. I've been asleep for 3 hours.
Ben and Liam love you.
Liam, my wedding is only 2 months away now, getting very close.
Well, yeah, specifically 69 days.
How do you keep track of the days so much?
Well, I have a little counter on the side of my bed. I'm the better man in Ben's wedding, and every morning I tear a paper off. And I just remembered that one today because it's a funny number.
Well, look, a massive part of the wedding is, of course, the wedding dress, which I haven't seen yet. But there are lots of fittings involved. I believe there's 4 or 5 fittings in total.
Really?
Yeah. My partner Sam, she went in for fitting number 3 over the weekend. And when she got home, she just seemed a bit flat. I said, what's wrong? And she said she called me fat. And I said, what do you mean? What do you mean she called you fat? Like, she wouldn't have said you were fat. And she said, as soon as I walked in, she said, you've put on weight, haven't you?
No, she didn't.
And she did.
No way.
She did. They're brutal. They're like cutthroat.
There's no way.
They're cutthroat.
She didn't.
Because I think all of her work is undone if it can't fit. So
God,
she was like,
for real?
Yeah, she's like, you put on weight. And then, to be fair, my partner Sam, like, not overweight whatsoever. But she has to now lose 2 kilos. That's what she reckons, to fit into the wedding dress. Yeah, 2 kilos.
I thought it would have been one of those classic scenarios where she said
something else.
They've called me fat, and that's not what happened at all.
Yeah, no,
she
called her fat.
They just went, oh, that dress looks great in you.
Yeah.
But it was the tone that she said it that made me, you know what I mean? But no, she's actually
by the sounds of it, she went, whoa, big fatty.
Oh, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, dearie me. I mean, I get that they obviously have to
get you into the dress.
Well, they got to be talking about things legitimately because they're trying to get the sizing right.
Yeah,
But
well, I believe
surely there's a better way you can handle that situation.
I believe they were up to the stage where they were sewing the buttons on. So she said, I can put the buttons like wider, or if you want me to put them here where they're going to be, you're going to have to lose 2 kilos, which is just brutal.
That blows my mind.
But what I'd like to do, because it happens, how did they tell you you'd put on weight?
It doesn't have to be like a wedding dressmaker.
It could be anything.
Could be a partner, I suppose. Or
in my head, the perfect call for this is like a boyfriend or a husband that bought like a shirt that was too big. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. Nadia joins us now.
Hey, how you going?
Very good, thank you. How did they tell you?
Well, my mum, bless her, didn't necessarily tell me that I put on weight. She said to me, so, Nad, how fat do you think you need to get before you're happy?
What? What is that backwards sort of curly psychological...
Yeah.
Oh, I reckon my soul would shatter into a million pieces if my mum said that to
Nadia,
me.
obviously everyone's relationship's different with their mum. Is that pretty normal between you and your mum?
Oh, look, mum's pretty solid. I love her to death. That's just, how she comes across sometimes. But anyway, it turns out it was about 30 more kilos.
Okay, so you found it.
Yeah, Nadia.
Sam, how did they tell you you'd put on weight?
I hadn't seen my dad for about 18 months, and he told me I had inherited his trunk tree legs.
Oh, God.
Trunk tree
Isn't that
legs.
terrible?
No.
I know, I was gobsmacked.
Especially he, being a dad, he would probably think that's a cool thing. He'd be like, nah, my legs back in the day, yeah, 3 trunk legs out in the footy oval. Oh, legs like traction engines, could kick it more than 50.
Thanks for that, Sam. Nara, how did they tell you?
So I walked into a music practice and I hadn't been there for a while, so the band was all up on stage and a lady who was the singer had a microphone in her hand. And the first thing she said as I walked in was, you've put on weight.
Into the microphone?
Into the microphone. The whole band turned to look at me and check me out, and I didn't know whether to laugh or cry.
At least someone didn't start playing the tuba.
Yeah.
As you were walking down. Thanks for that, Nara.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.